Have you ever found yourself holding back in a relationship? Not because you didn't care, but because a small voice inside kept whispering, "Don't trust too much. Be careful, you might get hurt. Better to protect yourself." This is the trust and self-doubt trap. A subtle pattern that slowly builds walls around your heart, your decisions, and even your sense of safety with others. Over time, it can make you hesitate to open up, doubt your choices, and feel isolated, even when people around you mean well. But here's the truth. Trust and confidence can be rebuilt. And every step you take toward understanding this trap brings you closer to freedom, deeper connection, and peace of mind. The trust and self-doubt trap doesn't appear overnight. It often starts quietly in childhood or early relationships, slowly shaping how we view ourselves and others. Here are some common roots. Early experiences of betrayal or broken trust, when someone you depended on let you down. Inconsistent or unstable relationships, where love or support felt conditional. Excessive criticism or judgment, learning that your feelings or choices might not be valid. Past experiences of rejection or abandonment, which leave a lingering fear of being hurt again. Overprotection or control, which teaches that trusting yourself or others is risky. Over time, these experiences form an internal pattern. Better not to trust. Better to protect yourself. This is the seed of the trap. Subtle, hidden, but powerful. And if left unchecked, it slowly shapes your decisions, your relationships, and your sense of security. The trust and self-doubt trap often works quietly, but its effects show up clearly in your everyday life. Here are the signs. 1. Difficulty trusting others. Even people who have proven themselves feel suspicious or distant. 2. Fear of being hurt or rejected. You may hesitate to open your heart fully in relationships. 3. Over-controlling behavior. You try to manage everything in your relationships to prevent disappointment. 4. Constant self-questioning. You doubt your own choices, even the small ones. 5. Emotional distance. You keep a part of yourself closed off to protect against pain. 6. Difficulty celebrating successes. You may downplay achievements or feel undeserving of trust and love. 7. Pattern of withdrawal. When conflict or discomfort arises, you step back instead of confronting it. If you notice even a few of these signs, you're likely experiencing the subtle yet powerful effects of the trust and self-doubt trap. The trust and self-doubt trap doesn't just affect your thoughts, it shapes your relationships, your decisions, and even your sense of self-worth. 1. In relationships. You may struggle to connect deeply, fear vulnerability, or push people away before they can hurt you. 2. In friendships and work. It can create misunderstandings, distance, and a constant need to control interactions. 3. On self-confidence. You second-guess yourself constantly, hesitate to take risks, and avoid opportunities for growth. 4. On emotional well-being. A lingering sense of insecurity or fear can prevent you from feeling fully safe, loved, or appreciated. 5. On overall life satisfaction. Even when things are going well, you may feel incomplete or on edge, because your mind is wired to protect you from potential pain. Recognizing these impacts is the first step toward change. Once you see how deeply it affects your life, you can begin to take conscious steps to rebuild trust in yourself and others. Breaking free from the trust and self-doubt trap is possible, but it takes awareness, patience, and practice. Here are the most effective steps. 1. Start small with trust-building exercises. Begin by trusting yourself with minor decisions or responsibilities. Each small success rewires your brain to believe in your judgment. 2. Gradually open up to others. Start with people who have proven themselves trustworthy. Share small thoughts or feelings and observe the outcome. 3. Challenge the inner critic. When self-doubt or suspicion arises, ask, "Is this true, or am I reacting to past experiences?" 4. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same patience and understanding you would give a loved one. Recognize that mistakes and vulnerability are part of growth. 5. Keep a trust journal. Write down moments when you trusted yourself or someone else and it turned out well. This helps your brain remember positive outcomes. 6. Set realistic expectations. Understand that no one is perfect, including yourself. Trust grows gradually and is strengthened over time. 7. Seek supportive relationships. Surround yourself with people who encourage trust, empathy, and honest communication. Self-doubt and lack of trust are learned patterns. And just as you learned them, you can unlearn and rewire your mind for healthier relationships and stronger self-confidence. The trust and self-doubt trap can feel overwhelming. But the most important truth is this: you were not born with distrust. You learned it through pain, inconsistency, and disappointment. And what is learned can always be unlearned. You deserve relationships where you feel safe. You deserve to trust your own decisions. You deserve to experience connection without fear. Healing begins with awareness. And by watching this episode, you've already taken the first powerful step. Remember this: every time you choose honesty over fear, openness over withdrawal, courage over protection, you reclaim a part of yourself that was never meant to live behind walls. And little by little, you rebuild trust in yourself, in others, and in life. You are stronger than your past. And you are capable of creating relationships filled with safety, depth, and real love. If this episode helped you understand your trust trap, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next episodes. And make sure to watch the next part of this series, The Abandonment Trap, where we'll explore why the fear of being left behind shaped so many of your relationships and decisions. Thank you for watching. And remember, you're growing, healing, and rising, one insight at a time. See you in the next episode.